talked about you talked about Pookie. What role did Kenneth Murray and what role did Caleb Kelly, succeeding as freshman, play into your confidence to start him at nickel or play him a bunch?
None of that. Just his abilities in the spring. I think you can see his confidence, his ability to see the field. He's a natural playmaker. The game comes pretty natural to him, but there's still a lot of learning. He would be the first one to tell you that. Excuse me. But you know, he just has a unique feel on the field. So he's a guy that he understands the defense once you explain it to him, and his vision, you know, kind of picks. He's one of those guys, if you got to coach a football player every step on the field, he's not going to be a very good football player. You know, you explain, you detail out his assignment, you tell him, you know, this is how we look, but it becomes body and mind recognition, so you can see things. So the more you see things, the more reactive, the faster you play. It all goes together. So that's the only thing really he's missing right now, and you know, his body memorization of you know, how these plays go and what you see and how you see it.
Gary talked a lot about guys that can play multiple positions in the secondary. How comfortable is that for you as a play caller, knowing that now you have guys that can play safety, can play corner, that can cover multiple positions?
Well, there's certain guys that give us some flexibility. You know, Ryan Jones has come in and done some good things, very athletic. You know, outside backer, so he can do a lot of different things. So, you know, being able to mix and match our fronts and coverages and our defense together, I think the more pieces you have like that, and Buki give you more flexibility in play calling.
You see Ruffin and you see Calvin work together. Can you talk about just the mentorship Ruffin has had toward Calvin through both years?
Well, they just, you know, they work hard, and, you know, Calvin's done, you know, he's come on and has really done a nice job, and Ruff, so they work in tandem, and, you know, really developed our defensive line.
You see Calvin just learning from Ruffin with what, you know, just a veteran coach like that. Just
yeah, I mean, he knows how to. Yeah, he's a great mentor to him, but you know, like there's other people too that have mentored him and, you know, have helped him, you know, along the way. I commented on that. So, but Ruffin's done. You know, they're great friends, and Ruffin's been around a long time, so he knows defensive line play.
From this time a year ago, what's been the biggest jump you've seen from Kenneth Murray?
Just consistency. He sees things better, and he sees his mistakes instantly. You know, he sees the plays better, and when he's out of position, he knows exactly why he's out of position. So he's just more reactive, just from playing and understanding, you know, defense better and offenses.
Yeah, and has it been good to see him step up as a vocal leader, be a guy that's correcting people doing certain things?
Well, he's a great person. He's a great teammate, and he tries to do everything right, and that's how he leads. I mean, you know, he's not perfect. Nobody is out here, and we all make mistakes. But you know, he's very conscientious. He tries to be a good teammate to everybody on this team. And again, that's how he leads. He leads by example, and then he can be a vocal leader when he needs to. But he tries to do everything right and do everything we ask him. And that's all you can ask of a player.
Mike, we were asking Addison Gums about the redshirt rule, because last year he appeared in 4 games and he'd fall under it. He just kind of grinned and he thought it was funny. Is that indicative of his attitude?
I hope they maybe grandfather back in or something. We'll see, you know, down the road. I don't know if that's even possible. He'd be a great candidate, you know, a guy that played in, 3 games maybe a year ago. I think it's sad if they're going to do it now, why they wouldn't go back a year or two and let these kids that wasted a year at the end get their year back. So, you know, we'll see. I don't know where people are. I've asked that question. It doesn't look good one way or another, but, you know, it's something that hopefully we can, you know, look into down the road.
He kind of just grinned about it. Is that indicative of is he a roll with the punches type guy?
Yeah, you know, Addison's improved. I think the limited amounts of reps he had a year ago should help play a little bit better this year.
How close are him and Mark close?
Yeah, they're close. There's nobody that's really separated themselves out there, so that position is still very much, you know, up for grabs.
You mentioned that too, that without Obo, that I think you used the word you might do it differently. Can you expound on that at all?
We used Obo differently. He's a unique rush talent, so we build our defense around him, let him do some things we don't let other people do. And those things, you know, I'm not going to get into those dynamics, but
Sure.
we just played him differently because he was a great playmaker.
Is it something where it could be you might play both those guys more this year? Like they could share that position almost
Sure.
more?
Sure.
Just as a whole, were you pleased with how things went on Monday at the scrimmage?
Oh, it was, the first series wasn't very good, but after that we kind of settled in and had some good stops. But again, we got a lot to do here.
Did you
over
take
the next
anything
2
out of a
weeks.
first scrimmage?
No, you're just looking at the big picture. The hard part is that we're playing so many guys right now. Just because of camp, we're going 2 and 3 deep. It's a lot like spring, so it'll settle down here after this week, Saturday. We'll get into, isolating the reps with the guys that are going to be looking at it. We're looking at 50 guys now. We'll be looking at 15 to 20 come next Monday. We start back zeroing in on, game plans.
We got to wrap up here.
Motley, Norwood, Brown, are they having the kind of camp you'd expect?
They're all improved players. Still have to continue to work hard to get, more consistency, but you can tell the experience helped them here, for sure.